The world after 1989 was never the same. The fall of the Berlin Wall was not merely a political event, it was an earthquake that reshaped the global power map. The end of the Cold War did not mean the end of conflict but rather the beginning of a new era of wars in forms no one had anticipated. Why did the Cold War end? Gorbachev's reform policies, glasnost and perestroika, were a decisive factor, but the Soviet system was suffering from profound internal crises that made its collapse a matter of time. With the fall of the two poles, thinkers were divided about the fate of the world. Optimistic liberals like Francis Fukuyama declared the end of history with the victory of the liberal model and predicted a world dominated by democracy and international cooperation. But pessimistic realists like Huntington and Mearsheimer warned of a more dangerous world, where conflicts would shift from ideological confrontations to identity-based and civilizational clashes. The theory of the clash of civilizations emerged as a new framework for understanding future conflicts. More alarming was what Robert Kaplan warned of, a coming anarchy, where nations would disintegrate and become arenas of random violence. And today, we are facing the most radical transformation in the nature of conflict, from wars between states to wars between groups. In the past, wars were fought between regular armies belonging to states, with clear political reasons funded by the state through taxes. Today, however, most conflicts occur within a single state, between militias, armed groups, and criminal gangs. Their reasons are identity-based: race, religion, sect, or simply plundering resources. Their goal is not to achieve military victory, but to create sustained chaos that enables them to control and profit. They are not funded by the state, but by organized crime, drug trafficking, arms smuggling, oil, and antiquities. The tragic result: civilians have become the primary victims, accounting for up to 90% of the casualties in these conflicts. At the heart of these transformations, the phenomenon of the failed state has emerged as the greatest source of threat in the 21st century. A failed state is one that loses its monopoly on legitimate means of violence and its ability to provide basic services to its citizens. Examples of failed or fragile states today: Somalia, Yemen, Afghanistan, Haiti, Libya, South Sudan. State fragility is measured by specific indicators: level of corruption, brain drain, inability to collect taxes, severe social inequality. When the state collapses, new actors emerge to fill the void: terrorist groups like ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and Al-Shabaab, which exploit the security vacuum to establish their own emirates. Sectarian and ethnic militias that turn into states within the state. And one of the most dangerous phenomena: private military and security companies, mercenary armies that offer services ranging from combat to training and consulting. The Russian Wagner Group in Africa and Ukraine is a stark example of the privatization of war, where conflicts have become a commodity bought and sold in global markets. Even humanitarian relief organizations found themselves forced to fill the void left by the state in providing basic services. Globalization, once seen as a force for peace and prosperity, revealed its dark side. It made it easier for armed groups to transfer funds and recruit individuals across borders. These groups became part of transnational organized crime networks, and it weakened the state in the face of capital and information flows, reducing its ability to provide security for its citizens. In conclusion, the security landscape today has become more complex and dangerous. War is no longer just a conflict between two regular armies. It has become complex and protracted internal conflicts. Non-state actors, terrorists, militias, private military companies have become the ones threatening stability. Failed states have become the greatest source of regional and global threat. Globalization has become a double-edged sword. It connected the world peacefully, but it also fueled and intensified local conflicts. The biggest challenge today in 2024 is how to deal with this new complex security landscape, where the traditional boundaries between war and peace, internal and external, soldier and merchant, are dissolving. The question that imposes itself: who will win in this new war, and who will pay the price?